stewardship of Cobra lies not within us, but within you!
Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Collection Cobra Commander. Stick around. What's up, and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Happy Friday. Today's video, we are finally going to unpack and review the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Collection Cobra Commander. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this figure has been probably the highest anticipated figure of the entire year for me. I do have every other Cobra Commander figure that's come out so far with the Classified Series, including the HasLab version that came with the His Tank with the Mickey Mouse logo. I know it's very similar, however, this has got the regular classic Cobra Commander logo, and besides, I never opened the other one. It's one of the only Classified figures I've never opened. But we got this one, and I really want to put this in my collection. So we got him, we're going to open him and check him out. First, let's go ahead and check the card out. So a little bit different than the classic art. You have this rendition of Cobra Commander right here, which still looks amazing, but I'm still kind of used to the old one. But this still looks good. There you have the figure and the extra hands and accessories. Flip around to the back. Shots of the other figures. You've already seen the Stalker. This is Cobra Commander, and the Cobra Trooper will be next. Here is the file card. Get a close-up of that if you want to read it. Down the bottom, got some attention and warning disclaimer crap and all that good stuff. Nothing on top and bottom, but we're just going to go ahead and get right into this and pop him open. But first, please subscribe to the channel. I cannot tell you how much I've been waiting for this thing. And I know it's not a big deal, but Cobra Commander was probably by far one of my most favorite characters to ever come out in G.I. Joe. He's awesome, he's evil, he's kind of a wimp. There's some versions of him that make him pretty much a badass, but I guess the real American hero version will always be close to my heart. Coming in with the comic books, you know, they had some pretty wild versions of him, but nothing like that classic blue uniform, you know, the face shield. And here's what we got. So I'll try to salvage the card a bit and cut around that bubble so we can pop this stuff out. Get out our crap here. Toss that card off to the side. Check out the figure in the plastic dungeon. And first we'll bring out his stand here. As you can see, nice glossy black. It's got the Cobra logo on it. And a couple of pegs. Nothing on the back. Alright. Nothing else to do really but get on to the figure. So we're going to go ahead and take his accessories out first. We'll start at the bottom, and we'll go ahead and get his little knife out. We'll cut around that plastic, and just pop that out. And here it is. So you got the all black handle. You got that silver butt at the end of the handle. Silver blade. Cool. Go ahead and pop his blaster pistol out next. And here that is. Pretty OG looking. A little more snubbed than the original was, but hey, I'm totally cool with it. Got quite a bit of detail on there. I'm wondering if this is like a sort of scatter, you know, type pistol, like shooting a bunch of stuff out of there. You never really got to see him shoot it much. It's got some red detail on it, you know, on each side up here. Cool. Pop out his little backpack holster. These I never really was fond of, but it gives homage to the classic. You just store the gun on his back. There's the peg to plug into the hole. There's a little opening. You stick the pistol in there. It's got those little silver accents. And then the Cobra logo directly in the center right there. And then you want to bring your pistol in, and you can attach it right onto it, right there. So it's pretty neat. And now he's got some extra hands up here, so we'll go ahead and go over those first. So the first pair, he has a pair of fist hands, all black, clenched, no openings. They do have hinged pegs on here that will allow inward and outward motions. Same with both. And then you have your second pair of hands. So the left hand is a kind of open hand, so you can put something in the middle. Maybe it could be his hand, so you can see how that, like, top of that hand kind of lays in there. You could do a few things with this, so it's totally up to you, your imagination. The hinged peg on there as well for outward and inward motion. And then you get the illustrious pointing finger. Very cool. I will likely be using that on this one as well. And you see the hinge peg outward and inward. It's got a clenched hand, so you can't put nothing in there. But that finger, you know, awesome. And now we're gonna move on to the figure. So we'll just tear him right on out of that plastic dungeon. And here it is. Very cool. Looks great. Love the vibrant blue. There's the Cobra logo on his chest. You can see the light blue shirt underneath. He's got those lapels on him. A bunch of silver accents around where the buttons are. His white belt and his little change purse. Black belt here. He's got that little upside down triangular logo right there. Knife sheath on his left thigh. Nice shiny mirrored mask. He's got the white stripe on top of the helmet. You can see the black stripe rolling around from underneath the jacket around to the back. Red stripes running down the legs all the way down to the feet. So they're likely wrapping underneath his boots. Man, he looks so good. But let's check out the articulation. So head is on the ball joint. You can move it forward that far, up that far, and side to side. The neck also has a little range of motion, so you can tilt it around a bit if you'd like. Shoulders, butterfly joints, hinge. Arm can come up that far. Can rotate a full 360. You got bicep rotation. Double jointed, ooh, man, very tight. Double jointed elbows. You have a rotating forearm. And then you have hinge peg on these hands, which will allow a full 360. And these will angle down and up. So the hands that come on the figure are gripped trigger hands. So very nice. Come down to the torso, you have ab crunch that far forward and that far back. Waist swivel. Down at the hips, drop leg. Leg can come forward that far. It can go back that far. And it can come out to the side that far. Almost 90 degrees each way. So that's pretty nice. You have thigh rotation. Double jointed pinless knees. And down at the ankle, or right above it, you have that ankle swivel. A little further down, you have the hinge. Will allow the foot to go that far forward, that far up, and then you have a bit of pivot in there. So nice articulation on the figure. He looks great. So now let's go ahead and start to gear him up. We'll angle this a bit so you can see him a bit better. We're gonna go ahead and put the stand on. So plug those pegs into the bottom of these feet. Just like that. Now, I have some ideas what to do with him, but we're going to go ahead and give him his basics first. So we'll start off with the knife. Slide that right into the sheath right here. I want to give this a look. So we'll go ahead and plug that in. And there it is. Looks pretty good on the figure, I gotta say. A little tight getting in there so you can see a bit of a gap, but that looks great. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off because I'm not gonna use it just yet. I'm gonna leave the left grip hand on, and we're gonna take the right one off, and we're gonna give him that pointing finger. Gotta love those pointing fingers, so, you know. Cobra! You! Awesome. Now I'm gonna bring out a couple things because I have some additions I want to add to him. Maybe you saw it in the thumbnail, but if you read close, I have a cape. So I ordered this on Etsy. It's got a wire in it, it's all black, it's got the red underneath, and it has these Cobra buttons on it. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool. But that's not all we have. We're gonna go ahead and take our Cobra scepter from our Super 7 Ultimates Cobra Commander and see how that looks in his left hand. But before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and check out his pistol. So before we get that scepter in there, I wanna see how the pistol looks in his left hand. Now you can pretty much do what you want with him. So maybe I was gonna sit here and have him something like that. You know, he's ready to shoot somebody, he's pointing, you know, what's going on. And that looks good. I do like that. So get that out of here. We're gonna kind of bring this arm up some, get that second elbow cracked. And I wanna kind of tilt that hand a bit. So something like this. So let's see how the scepter looks. We're gonna slide it in there, and it's just about at the area that I wanted it, about right there. And I think that's perfect. So now let's go ahead and try this cape. As you see, Forge Knight. So you can check them out on Etsy. I don't know if they're still available. I think you have quite a few, so I had to grab one because that is just awesome. So he's even got the logo on the inside of the cape, Forge Knight. That wire in there so you can kind of shape it and mold it however you'd like. Straighten it out a bit, and bring it around to the back of the figure and get that molded on. Now I don't want it all flailed out like that, so we're going to bring it down some and get a little folding action down here at the bottom. Maybe something like this. Get these pieces back some because I don't want that all going over his arms and covering it up too much. But we do something like that. Looks okay, I guess. It's not too bad. I'll have to mess with it. I don't know what kind of final form I'm going to put it in, but the wire is a plus, and we can pretty much do whatever we want with it. You know, he could be walking in the wind, having that blow open, or just simply just have it kind of draped down and hanging. I'm not really sure yet. Kind of crunch it up and give him a little bit of a longer look. And we just gotta mold that back up a little bit more around his neck, so it looks like it's on a little bit more secure. So, turn him around, see how it looks from the back. I think it looks good. Kind of straighten him up a little bit more. Give him that point. Yes. I like that. That looks pretty awesome. Nice pose, not too much to him. You know, I just want him basically as that war leader standing there, you know, leading his army on, pointing ahead, you know, send them in, attack them, destroy this, destroy that. Perfect. Love it. All right, so I guess we're going to go ahead and throw him up onto the turntable, and we'll share with you some final thoughts.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments.
Now, back to G.I. Joe.
Alright, so here you have it. The G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Collection Cobra Commander. Finally, this is like a total awe for me. I've been waiting for this figure, finally got it ever since the announcement that we were going to get the bonus figure with the HasLab Hiss. And even though he had the Mickey Mouse logo, I was like, we're definitely going to get this version. We have to. Took a little while, but you know, once the announcement came, it was like, knew it, told you so. And it's finally arrived. So here he is. We've actually had him for a couple days. I wanted to get to some other figures first before we, get into the weekend. And what a better way to go into our weekend with the Classified Series Retro Cobra Commander. Awesome figure. Huge kudos over to Forge Knight for the cape. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's going to be staying on this figure for a while unless I change it up and want to do something else. The scepter that comes with the Super 7 Ultimates Cobra Commander works perfectly. Fits right in the hand, up closer to, I guess, the more top near the Cobra itself. And I think it looks great. Not too much else I'm going to do with this to customize it. I think the figure is just perfect. I'll probably pose his legs a little bit more and get that stripe a little more lined up. It is a little off on the side, but you can't really do nothing about it, due to the thigh swivel right there. But the figure looks absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if it's hitting specialty stores yet. I know we have Third Eye Comics in Annapolis, Maryland. It's not close, but it's not far. But I thought they were supposed to get one in, this week, but they didn't. It don't matter. I got my pre-order from Hasbro Pulse in time. He's here, so I can't complain. But if you didn't get them ordered, a lot of places are sold out, but some still have them available. When will they ship? I don't know. But I'd keep an eye out for some of them specialty stores and see if he's coming to you. If you don't have him yet, of course. But great figure. I could not recommend this more. It's absolutely beautiful. But that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up. Subscribe. Tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Right.